Okay. Okay, that should be better now. Okay, there we go. Okay, make sure I'm streaming the right screen. I am. Okay, let me make sure it actually starts. There we go. Okay, same thing as yesterday, except, can we get diff? No, we don't have diff. Shoot a poll with no consequences. Uh, should have fixed the problem, or more specifically, my buddy said that he fixed the problem. Now, I doubt this. I personally doubt this, but we're gonna give him the benefit of the doubt and see what he changed. So he sent me a few messages. I'm not gonna show them on screen because of privacy reasons, but let me. Okay, this will be my NeoVim, and then recreate a new one, and this will be my tests. Okay, so what exactly did he change? Actually, I am gonna pull up the commit log, cause yeah, need to see the diffs. Okay, let's go to the branch that we're currently working on, which is extensions for peers to send metadata. That's a horrible name. How does he turn this into? How does he turn one fix into 6 commits? My God. Okay, update packages doesn't matter. The rename message type to it. That's fine. Okay, that's fine. Is that literally just like one change? Okay. I mean, he's not wrong to do that, but still. My God. Okay. Oh no, was it that? No way. Okay, so was it? Okay, I did not think that this was an issue because I thought I thought I tried this. I swear I tried this. I don't know. Well, let me look. Yeah, now I'm confused. I don't know why he changed this, but let's see if it works. I guess. I'm not sure why this would be an issue. This I did not know this was a thing. And it would make sense if this was an issue. But let me see. Let me go for my tests and do cargo next test run no capture test peer connection. Let me see. Oh, we should rebuild the entire project. Okay, wonderful. It actually did not take as long as I thought it was going to. Oh, okay. I thought it was 339. Never mind. It's 439. It still did. It's not taking that long. Okay. Let that build. Once that builds, we'll be able to see where we're going wrong and if we're going wrong. Okay. Oh. Okay. Okay. I think that might have worked. Wow. Okay. Let me look and see where that is. But yeah, I think it actually might have worked. Okay. So what's the next step in this? So Pearson payload. Because I feel like we're almost done with this branch, which would be so nice. Because I'm really getting tired of it. Let me delete this session. Then neovim open again. Also, let me just look this over again since we did change some variable names, which were good changes. But oh wow, that's great to hear from my. Okay, I'm gonna close that screen now. I'm glad my girlfriend says that to me. Wow. Okay. I'm on Arch. Just Arch. I have considered Void though, or just an Arch-based distro, like Fedora. Uh, since I'm going into college and I'm gonna be a lot busier, but Arch isn't that much to maintain for the most part. So that's nice. Yeah. Okay, so let me look at the variables and make sure there's nothing like weird. Oh yeah, because like this is fine. This is just clarification. I don't think you changed anything else. I would like to go through and change some of the inner functions, but I feel like it's fine for the most part. Where's the um what's that from bytes? Oh, okay, yeah, this is what we're doing. So this, okay, so this does that, and then we get the length, and then we do that. Okay, that makes more sense. Cool. Um, Wonderful. Okay, so now let me go back over to Pure's model res. Ideally, hopefully, we should be at the point where this whole bit works. And it does look like it works according to log, but I need to check that's actually going to the right thing. It's like, okay, so like this should be called at this point. The self.info.have all bytes. So I'm not sure where we're going. So let me see. Okay, so we send the bit field, and we receive the extended message. Now if you feel started, I want to start home having. Let's see. It depends on what you're running. It really does depend on what you're doing. I am not an expert. So I have like a Minecraft server that me and my dad play on. And I have like a few other things. I run Ubuntu server. Obviously the big issue, the annoying thing with that is that it's Ubuntu server. It's not Arch based, but it is really nice. It works out of the box. It's very easy. Actually, I can probably just SSH into it. I think it should be Moros. Oscar MC. Okay, I forget what I thought is it not Moros? I don't know what it's under, but it's very easy to work with. I do really like it. So definitely Ubuntu server is a good option, or just something Arch based so you can use the AUR easily. That's my 10 cents. Okay, let me do this thing real quick, and then we'll get back to this. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So why? I'm guessing this function is doing something wrong. We're not. I should probably add a trace here too, shouldn't I? I should add like a little like, trace. Appended. Piece. Can I get the piece number from this? It's fine. Piece to self.info. I just want to know where we are. Why are you read only? There we go. Okay. Piece to self.info, and then go from there. So let me make sure that is actually happening. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So we append piece to self.info. Okay. So what? Apparently, I also need to add traces to even like simple functions like this. Trace self. Actually, let me just do info size is equal to self.info size, and we'll go here, and then current info size here. Okay, let's see what happens with that. It should be like, okay, yeah, okay, so current info size is 2612. Isn't that is the, wait, let me see, current info size, and what's the other one? The total length. So info length equal to self dot info dot length. Wait, no, that should wait. Self dot. I'm gonna be honest. Okay. Info size. Info size. Oh, was that? I wonder. Okay, I wonder if I'm just doing some. I'm just having some logic errors here. Let's see. Appended piece of info. Info length. Yeah, no, that's what? Huh? Is greater than or equal to. Yeah, and that's true, right? Huh? I'm so confused here. Um, let's see. Why would that not be? Oh, I'm a little bit silly. This should be self.info bytes dot length. Yeah, I was gonna say that is entirely wrong. But okay, yeah. So it is not the yeah that's not taking up the entire size, which is weird because it should be. Um, okay, let me open up Wireshark and see if the peer is sending any sort of response to that. Or they're no, because they should disconnect or anything, right? Let me look at Wireshark. Nothing can, no, nothing bad can come from looking at Wireshark. Okay. Okay. I should be able to slide this onto my screen with no worries. Okay, so let me double check that, but yeah, looks just fine. Okay, let's take a look at this. So it looks like, yes, the peer sends us this, but then I feel like since, hold on, let me look at that again. I don't think we send anything back because, wait, let me see. So if let some size, wait, do we receive the metadata size? Because we should. Okay, this is weird. I wonder. I'm sure we're going on wrong here. Okay, so we have. Yeah, and okay, so this is right, right? Mm. Oh, okay, you can there. Fine. Oh, it does handle the keep alive though. Oh, okay, well that I have not even tested that yet, but now we know that it handles the keep alive. Wonderful. Anyways, okay, so we should. Let me look at what the logic flow should be. Because we should start with. We should get that at some point, right? We should receive the metadata size, but I don't. Yeah, okay, yeah, no, we do that here. We do it's 2612. So we get that, but then the. Huh. The Charles, you're gonna be fine, buddy. That's my cat meowing in the background, if you can hear that. So we get that just fine, but then it looks like the bytes that we actually append. Hey Joseph. It looks like the bytes. Yeah, thanks, man. It looks like the bytes. Hey Charles, you're gonna be fine, buddy. Just sit down. It looks like the bytes that we append to. Shh. Oh my gosh, cat. I love you so much, but go sit down. It looks like the bytes. Don't meow. Don't do it. Okay, he's not gonna meow. It looks like the bytes that we append to self.info are not as long as expected, which seems wrong and weird. So here, let me look. Info. Well, okay, here, let's just do piece length is equal to inner metadata dot. That should be a byte. I'm not sure what that should be. Is that already? Huh? Why is that a? That should not be a info already. What? Okay, that's weird. I guess. We talk away. Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, this mic doesn't have very good. I don't know what you even call that, but whatever the term for how uh, how good the audio quality is from far away. This mic is very bad at that. Yeah. Okay, so I don't know. That might be an issue in my logic then, because I don't. We shouldn't be converting that to info dict already, because that might. Oh, okay. I've done some very wrong things here then. Uh, because that shouldn't even be. That should just be bytes. Because we're gonna handle converting that to an info dict later. Uh, okay, yeah, so that's an issue right off the bat. Okay, so let's, in that case, let me undo. Well, actually, I don't want to undo all of this because, like, some of these traces are kind of helpful. Um, I guess like this. Like I don't want to undo that. So maybe what's the diff right now? So changes with that and then that. Yeah, it's just formatting right now. So okay, so let's leave that as that, and then let's go over to here because we're gonna have to change this enum because this should not be a struct. It should literally just be a evacuate. Uh, it could also be an array, but I'm just gonna use a vec because I don't feel like dealing with trying to manage that, and this isn't that big, so we're just gonna it's a vec. Deal with it. Okay, so now instead of converting this to whatchamacallit, bytes, or sorry, an actual struct with Serde, we're just going to go straight to a vec. So, okay, I can just do 2vec, I guess. That's whatever. Okay. That way, because again, all this is a message. I think that's kind of why I forgot, is that the piece that we get with this might not actually be a hold on, brains working here. The piece that we get with this might not actually be the entire piece, right? So we don't want to convert that to an info struct yet, because that might not be the entire info. So let's not do anything with that. So we keep it as a vec. Does that cause any errors anywhere else? I'm sure it does, because I'm sure we're treating it as error elsewhere. Oh no, it actually doesn't. Okay, wonderful. Makes my life a little bit easier. Okay, so in that case, when we get inner metadata is going to be evacuate. So we really just want to append 2 bytes, like this. We don't need both those unwraps, I guess. And do we just want to? Okay, we're just gonna have to 2vec this again. That's probably sloppy, but we're gonna ignore that. Okay. So that goes. So that stays as bytes for now. But then when we have all the bytes, then we assemble the info struct. And then we generate info from bytes, and then we check it, and then we go from there. Okay. I guess let's try and run that again, see what happens, see if anything blows up. Oh, come on, Pierre. Please don't die on me. Thank you, Pierre. Okay. Now, okay, we're getting somewhere at least. This is a big. Like, I don't need to log this. I really don't. Why am I logging that? My God. I guess let me go here. I guess. Oh, I guess I logged the info hash and then, because there's not really. Yeah. Okay. Whatever. Um. Okay. So we generate an info dict from bytes. We'll just not log that. Okay. That is interesting then. I mean, of course, kind of my thought here. Okay, let me run this again so I can not have to see that whole ASCII output. My thought is here. One of two things. Either I'm handling it wrong, which is very likely, or the peer is actually sending something wrong, in which case this is running correctly. But I don't know which. So, that's kind of the fun part here. Okay. Let's see. Let's go back over here. Why is there... Oh, there's a trace and a bail. Okay, there's no reason to have that. It should just be bail. Okay, and then we can also remove this. And let's try to run that again, see what happens. Okay, so make info dict from bytes, and then blah, blah, blah. Can I print the info? Wait, didn't I do that right there? Yeah, I did that. I guess info dict is just... This is odd. So, do we need... No, it should be the same. So, let me look at the spec again. Because now I'm wondering if the peer sends metadata that's like other metadata, then like it's fine. It doesn't matter, right? Because like it sends like 2 Discord links at the end, which could be bad, of course, but I don't think it is. I think it because there's 2 keys with those Discord links, like private and publisher. So I don't think that's like bad or anything. Yeah. Okay. Alright, jeez. Let me look and see how. Cause I'm very sure they recommend checking it with, whatchamacallit. I'm very sure they recommend checking it with, ooh, words are escaping me today. Oh, with the info hash. Yes, okay, yeah. The extension only transfers the info dictionary part of the torrent file. This part can be validated by the info hash in this document. The part of the torrent file is version as the metadata, blah, blah, blah. Okay, great. But okay, now that's great, but my thought is I don't want my search history. No. Okay, that's great and all, but my thought is right now are okay. Just because I've had this problem before. Is the hash that we're getting from this function and the hash that we're getting from the generated info hash the same type? Kind of like, I see. Oh, wrong button. Okay, so like, it's the hash. Like, seriously, top of the given info struct. What does it return? It returns an info hash. Is that? Okay, wait, can I go here and then here and then GD? No, I can't. Okay, that kind of makes sense, I guess. Info hash. So hash 20, does that support like formatting or anything? That'd be really nice. It probably does not. Hash 20. Implements debug, but not format or anything. Maybe it does. Okay, so maybe we could go and let's see. Let's see if the generate info hash. So let me trace that. Let's see if that is what I'm looking for. Generated info hash. Okay, that should implement display. Does it not? Okay, it does not. I thought it did. Now I am sad. Okay, I guess we'll try that for now, and we'll see what that outputs. Info hash, and then the info hash is the inputted info hash. Info hash, and this should also need to be a debug. Okay, let's see. That's gonna spit out like a bunch of unnecessary stuff, I think, but so yeah, it's gonna spit out that, which that doesn't. Wait, where are we printing the info dict? Oh, we're printing the info dict here. Okay, I was gonna say like that does not need to be a thing. Let me run that again. Let's see what happens. Oh, and we'll work off of this. Okay, so to be fair, these are different, but I don't know why they would be different. Of course, unless we are talking about these in the wrong format, but that shouldn't be the case. And by format, I mean if we're using like hexadecimal or something, and that's my dog going absolutely insane over likely nothing. Yeah, it's absolutely nothing. Okay, there goes my dog. Anyways, so, oh, how do I debug this? I need to figure the way that, again, I think, and I wonder if this is wrong somehow, in that I wonder if we're talking about it in the wrong format, but I don't know how to test that if I can't actually view the output because there's no display implemented. Because I thought there was, but there's not as far as I'm aware. So, geez, I really don't know. Okay, where do we go from here? So, the logic here is not wrong. This is fine, but again, it's, oh, I didn't open my screen key. But again, it's hard to debug because I don't know if we're calculating the info hash wrong. I don't know why this peer would send the wrong info hash. I really, yeah. Oh, there goes my cat. Okay. There goes a little bro. Okay, so again, I don't know why the peer would send the wrong info hash. It could, of course, if something got corrupted, but it shouldn't, I don't think. Okay, let me actually, hold on. Charles. Oh my god. Okay. We are actually going to go back to the brute force method of looking at the literal info dict and comparing that to the info dict that we have. Wait, we are given an info dict. Oh, we aren't, are we? Okay, well, I can still probably find a way to print that out. Oh, my cat has the zoomies now. Okay, he's running back and forth across the room. Wonderful. Okay. So, okay, so I can print the generated info dict, but I can't really. I mean, no, I can print the other info dict. It just means I have to go into the other test, which is fine. I can do that. Okay, so let's do this, right? And then let's go to the bottom here, and then here, let's print the info dict that we get, and then Charles. Charles, you gotta stop, buddy. Charles. Charles. Okay. My cat is desperate for attention, but he's fine, I promise. Okay, so this should have data.info. Does that not have data.info? Huh? What's this return then? Oh, that's the wrong button again. Okay, what's this return then? If this doesn't... Alright, I can't... Oh, hold on. I gotta go change my kitty keybinds real quick. Because this is actually, like, wildly aggravating. nvim-config kitty.conf. Okay, so let's make new tab equal... N should be fine. Okay, now I can actually... or actually, I have to close this, aren't I? Because if I do K, it's still gonna open that. Because okay, I'm gonna have to restart Kitty real quick because this is gonna make me completely crash out otherwise. Okay, so cd code general projects tortillas neovim, go through here, and then finally we can go here and we can. Oh, there's not even anything for that. Okay, wonderful. RPC error. How do you mean? Okay, okay, there we go. Let's go up here. And let's... Okay, so what is this output? Output's meta info. Meta info is an enum, isn't it? Meta... Wait, did I see it? Did I seriously, like... Oh, no, it's fine, never mind. I thought it was like a file that I made on accident. It's fine. Where's pub? Yeah, pub enum meta info. So it's either a torrent file or a magnet URI. So we know that this is a magnet URI, so we just need to match, or so if that magnet URI. Oh, right, because there's not going to be info. Oh, yeah, I just realized a fundamental issue in my understanding of that. Okay, yeah, because we don't start with an info hash. Okay, that is, or sorry, we don't start with an info dict. Okay, that is a fundamental misunderstanding on my part. Okay, so I guess the bigger question now is, does the magnet URI itself need to be updated? Maybe. Let me try this with a different torrent. Magnet URIs. Okay, Big Buck Bunny should have a few, but I don't know. Oh, we're also gonna have to find. Oh, this is gonna make my life harder because I need. The nice thing about using that is that I already have a peer that works. No, I can find a peer that works. I think it's gonna be worth it to find a peer that works in the long run. So let me open BitTorrent. Let me go 3, and then Big Buck Bunny .txt yoink, and then 6 magnet URI downloads. Yes, that's great. And there should be a choke on that, so I can just look at this. I should be able to find a peer that will work for this. So let's see what ends up popping up. So ideally, I can just grab a peer, and then and I could test with that peer. But oh, okay, I was gonna say there's nothing showing up. Okay, I guess the peer itself doesn't matter. Does it really matter at this point? I guess I'll just take this one since it's BitTorrent, not WebTorrent. Okay, good. So copy IP import. Oh my gosh, and that one is actually downloading, right? Yeah, that one is actually downloading. Okay, so that's great. Also remove content files, sure, whatever you say. Okay, so we'll go back here, go over here, and then close, and then here, delete, paste, and then this should be, how do you spelling big, yeah, dash between them. So big buck bunny. And that should be all that I need to do for this one. So let's try that. So new tab is now Control N, and then CD code, general projects, tortillas, and then I think I did this, just this test, and then let's see if this actually works. Oh, okay, so we just fail. Okay, that's not useful at all whatsoever. So I'm going to take a wild guess. I'm going to say that this is probably the peer issue, but it could also be a me issue, which creates more problems. File, I want to restart. No, I don't want to print. No, cancel. Quit without saving. Okay, I want to restart Wireshark and scan for this peer. So 185. Okay, then I'll scan again. Okay, so let's see what actually happens here. So we can send them an extended interest in, and they just FINAC us. Okay. Oh, that's because we choke. Or, sorry, that's because they choke us. Okay. That makes sense then. Okay, well, I don't want to do that, but I also want to test with something that I can actually see why the info hash we're getting is wrong. It's very hard to do that otherwise. Okay, so that does... There is a flaw in our choking logic, but that can be dealt with later. Okay, so let's see. I should see like why. How else can I see what is going wrong here? All bytes for infotick were sent by peer assembling infostruct. You generate the infodict from the bytes. And then we go from there and blah blah blah. And okay, let me make sure. No, because that. Okay, so the type has to be the same, obviously, right? That the type is the same. If we check type here and then here, it's hash 20, hash 20. But it's not right still. Okay, so that's hash 22. No, I don't want to record it, Jay. Okay, what is the issue here? I don't know. Is it truly the wrong hash? That's kind of my question right now. Okay, I guess let's try this with a here. Let's do this. Okay, so this is just a generate info hash. Let's copy this. We're gonna copy this and we're going to save it in neovim temp infodict hash.text, and we're literally just going to go and test this with a different peer. So we're gonna go back to this. Actually, we're gonna go back here first, and then we're gonna take this and go back over to here. Magnet URI. Okay. And let's just choose a different peer to work with. So 81 is the one that we have been working with. So I guess let's do this. Why not? It really should not matter at all. And remove the content files. Whatever. Okay, so let's go back over here. Wait. Yes, back over here. Wait, yeah, there, and then mod.rs 800, 8,000. Yeah, that also works. That'll take us way too far down though. Okay, we should go back up to here and paste that in. Okay. Then let's try running with this. Hope we don't get choked. Receive metadata size. do not like, huh? Hold on. Let me look at Wireshark again. Sudo Wireshark. Okay. Host, paste IP in, run, and then go back over to here. Control C, test peer connection. Okay. Yeah, do we just not? Huh? We just don't send an extended message back for some reason? I'm actually... Huh? Yeah, so they send us that. But why would we not send them an extended message in return? Okay, so peer sent an extended message, then the handshake to send, sent extended handshake. See, you say you do that, but I do not see that at all whatsoever. Okay, let me try and rerun that. Let me just see if something different happens. Yeah, no, nothing different happened. Okay, that's weird. Why is nothing different happening? Because there should be... Huh? It says send extended handshake. That's the weirdest thing ever. It's just simply not sending a message when it says it does, which is an error on my side, but sent message with inner send tx for extended message. Okay, let me look what that is. So sent message with, it's right there. Okay, so inner text tx.send command, and then that should send it to, yeah, no, it should be right about, yeah, here, because we have inner send rx.receive, and then we call handle send. But it doesn't look like we ever get to that. So unless, oh, maybe, wait, are we kind of blocking here? Bitfield to send to peer. Oh, are we never unchoked? We're never unchoked. Okay, yeah, well, this is another issue with my code. Yeah, because I'm gonna guess if we insert, no, I don't want to create a new tab. Wait, what's the, there we go. Oh, okay, that also conflicts. Oh, god damn it. Okay, time to change my kitty keybinds again. Neovam /config kitty.conf. Okay, so we can't do control N either. That does not work. What's like that doesn't conflict? Does control P conflict with anything? That does. Okay. Does control... Oh my god, what doesn't conflict with anything? Control Shift N. That just creates... I might not really use that much. Maybe Control Alt Shift N. Control Alt Shift N. Control Alt. Control Shift Alt N. Control Shift Alt plus N. New tab. Wonderful. Okay, so then... I know you're getting mad at me. Okay, well, I guess for now we can just type this out manually, like sad people. Peer was not unchoked. Waiting, and then we'll restart Kitty again, and go from there. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that's kind of an issue with my code. Which I guess, well, in theory, is that wrong to not? Because I don't think we're supposed to send a bitfield for choked, right? Is that wrong? I don't know. Honestly. Okay, well, since we're here, we need to restart this. So, let's see, code back in Neovam. So we can Control Shift Alt N to do a new tab, and then we're gonna cd code general projects tortillas. clear, and then we'll just run this out of my most recent history. Okay, so does other peer, the other peer that we were testing with, did they send us an unchoke message, or I don't know how that worked otherwise. Because maybe we're. Oh, that does kind of. Oh, that does kind of create a well, it shouldn't matter if we send a bit field before or after an extended message. I was gonna say that does kind of create a problem, doesn't it? But it shouldn't, because it should just be like, yeah, it shouldn't matter. But I do not know. Okay, so let's see. Okay, yeah, this test is making me realize that there are a lot of logic errors in this code. Which frankly I'm gonna blame on BitTorrent because of how poorly documented everything is. But still, there are logic errors that need to be fixed. So, okay, if that is an issue, okay, so do we just okay? Let's find a different peer to test with then. Go back over to 3. Let's get this, yoink, copy, 6, paste this in, okay, and then, okay, yes, okay, I think we can send something back without being unchoked, so that's definitely something to change in the future. Um, but, well, okay, if we can do that, well, no, let's just not worry about this. Okay, so in that case, let's remove this and this. I think that should, oh, break needs to be removed, obviously. What do you want? I mean, am I missing a delimiter? I need to add one. Okay, there we go. Okay, so this should be fine. And then we'll go over here, run this again, and we shouldn't get choked this time. We should be able to carry through with the process. Let's see. Oh, nope. Failed to read handshake early EOF. Okay, so that might just be, oh, actually, wait, am I running? No, I know, I closed that, right? Oh, yeah, no, this is very much my own fault. Wait, how's BitTorrent running if I'm not, oh, because it was minimized. On show, yeah, that's entirely my own fault. Read the content files, shut that down. Okay, then go over here and then try this again. Okay. Okay, so let's see what we got. We should still no, we can't send that first, but we should still send because we need to handle the extended handshake first, I think. But we can't do that because of how everything is set up. So yeah, this is quickly the logic in this code is just dying, to put it lightly. Okay, so how do we handle this if we can't? I don't know how to handle this at all. Because we have to send the extended handshake first. So, okay, well, I guess when we get an extended message, but we get an extended message, we have to send that through with 2TX, because that's just how things are working right now. So we have to wait until we get a message from that TX, but other messages come in first, or they normally do. They also couldn't, or they also could not. It could go either way. But if these messages get read first, then those messages get handled first, but we don't want that. We want the extended message to be sent first, but then we can't send it from. I really thought I was cooking with this. I really thought I was cooking. Um, yeah, that is. Hmm, I don't even know where to go with this. 'Cause everything is just broken, really. I mean, that's what we've. That's the point we've gotten to. And I'm not sure because it kind of only worked with that period just because of the order they sent things in. I think. Um, okay, how can I handle? Man, how can I handle peers? How can I handle a message and force it to be received and sent before anything else is? And that's not even regarding the situation with the info hash, because that's completely wrong somehow. Uh, the logic is also completely out of order. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to fix this off stream because I gotta get lunch anyways, and I gotta go uh, to my research program in an hour, and I need to get lunch first. Okay, so we're gonna try and fix this either tomorrow, later tonight, or directly after my research program ends. Hopefully after my research program ends. That would be great. Okay. If you're watched, thanks for watching, and I will see y'all later.